Your U.S. Farm Report forecast is brought to you by Zoetis. Even though calves don't wait for the perfect weather to arrive, you can count on Zoetis to be there. Share a picture of your newest calf and you could win a calving season survival kit. Enter now at calvingseason.com.
Well, time now for a check of weather. Meteorologist Andrew Whitmire joins us now. Well, the start of spring off to a very active start, Andrew. I know you're keeping a close eye on severe storms that could blast across the south this week, but how much of that will cover areas that have growing concerns about drought right now?
That's right. As we go throughout this start of this upcoming week here, we're going to watch out for waves of strong to severe thunderstorms across the far deep south here from the eastern Texas panhandle all the way over towards the Florida coastline here Monday through Wednesday for damaging winds, flooding, as well as even a few long track tornadoes that we'll have to keep our eye on. And this is an area that really we don't need a lot of moisture here. It is a little bit dry in spots, but overall outside of Louisiana there, we don't really need that moisture. Where we need that moisture is from the Plain States westward. That is again where we continue to see that drought beginning to continue to strengthen here, and it's also dry up into Wisconsin as well, where we've had really not a lot of snowfall to really saturate those soils. And taking a look at the National Weather Service's spring drought outlook that was just released this week here, throughout the spring months here, April, May, and June. That's where the drought is likely going to continue to worsen, unfortunately, which is not good news from the Plain States westward. Meanwhile, for the Great Lakes East Coast, really no hardcore drought expectations expected at this time. And walking through the jet stream, you see that low pressure there, that dip in the jet stream as we go throughout this week. That's that strong frontier, and that's going to help enhance, again, that severe weather across the deep south. And this is also going to allow for some cooler air to funnel on in towards the Great Lakes. We'll be watching a big upper level ridge trying to develop out across the western U.S., which will likely keep the western half of the country on the mild side and a little bit cooler up along the northeastern coast, as well as the Great Lakes and upper portions of the Plain States for this upcoming week. And this is how we break down your Monday's forecast. Well, again, we'll be watching this low pressure, this deepening low pressure system here, and that'll help to, again, spawn showers and thunderstorms, some severe weather across the eastern Texas panhandle. Meanwhile, the rest of the country here dealing with waves of high pressure. And we'll also be watching for another low pressure system developing across the Pacific Northwest, which will once again increase our rain chances for the Pacific Northwest and inland areas. And then as we head towards the midweek here, we'll be watching a dome of high pressure increasing out to west there. That'll get Montana on the milder side. Cooler weather behind this cold front on the back side of this low. That'll help to usher in cooler air. And we'll be watching rain showers, that system working its way further up towards the north and east. Ahead of that, some milder air. Again, showers and thunderstorms, some flooding concerns with that low pressure system as it continues to work its way eastward. And then as we round out this week, cooler weather prevails behind that cold front, mild weather out across the Plain States. And as we take a look at the temperature trend for this week behind that cold front, that low pressure system looking below normal, below average for the central portion of the country. Tyne?
Thanks, Andrew. Well, weather definitely playing into acreage decisions this year, but this week was another volatile week in the commodity markets. So did the fundamentals change in either grains or cattle? Well, Don Close of Rabobank and Joe Vaclavic of Standard Grain break it all down in our marketing roundtable discussion next.
Closed captioning on U.S. Farm Report is brought to you by BA.